This hike will show us how to get from Walker's Line on the bottom of your screen to the Cliffside Trail, the Bruce Trail Blue Blaze Side Trail. And it's kind of a difficult hike. There are other ways, easier ways to get up to the trail. This is an alternate just for the fun of it. Let's have some get some bearings. First of all, the green dot here is the top side of the cliff. Here's Walker's Line. Up here is the White Side Trail. There's a dead end of Walker's Line. This is the old Buffalo compound. This is the Sherman gravel pit. This is 12 Side Road, which is closed to traffic. There's a trail that leads up here and joins on the side trail. Wanted to do something different, and it was difficult to find. So the I use Google Maps aerial view to realize that there is an area here that is somewhat bolder than the other area. In reality, they are probably maple trees or something of that sort, whereas everything else here is evergreens. So this appears to be a bald spot. However, I knew from prior occasions that there is a berm, and I call this area the Triangle Forest because basically there's a ravine that leads up there and a ravine that leads up there, and this is a very, very high ground, so it makes it nicer for hiking. You'll see that in the photographs. This dot here is what I call Camp Redneck. I gave it that name a few years ago. So on this given day, I simply walked along the road and went into this open field, which is easy to navigate. So now let's have a look at the photographs. So this is Walker's Line looking north, and that's the direction I started to hike. Bottom right hand corner, this is the actual date that I did the hike. When we got to a space that we could access, we walked in there. As you can see, somebody with an ATV has gone in there, and we basically followed their tracks. Now, straight ahead is where we're going to go. However, thumbs down is because there's another ATV track that leads you up a short road to the farmer's field, and that will not get you to the cliffside where you can climb up. So we went in this direction. These are the cedar bushes and or trees, and there's kind of a tunnel you can go through there with a trail. That's what we did when we got to the other side. It looked like this, and then there we are. See, dead set in the middle. That is what I call Camp Redneck. A bunch of beer drinking guys have set up camp in there on a few different occasions. To the right is a bit of a creek. We're going to cross that creek. There it is there. And when we get across the creek, we'll be right at the Camp Redneck on the left. But now we're going to follow this berm. That is the apex of the berm, and we're going to follow it all the way up to the top, or very close to the cliff. And because of the height of the berm, it is much easier to hike through there than any of the other alternatives. So there we're coming to the one of the plateaus of the berm, and we keep climbing and climbing, and as you can see, we're staying right on the highest part we can. And by the way, that keeps your feet from getting in the mud. So still following it along. There are some fallen down tree branches, but you can still get through. and we just keep on going. This is the area that appears to be the bald spot from the satellite view. In reality, it's just that the trees are not evergreen, and the trees are have the leaves off the trees, so it appears bald from the satellite. So now here we go. We are going to head over to the cliff and get up there. So we carry on, and now we get to a part where we have to turn and head north, because the lowest part of the cliff is a little bit further north than where we arrived. So we're continuing to go north along the slope, and then we can see top right hand corner, you can see where the cliff face drops off to something closer to that we can climb up of. Again, the same thing. And there, my dog Eve is starting to head up. We can see the top of the cliff, and top middle above dog Eve is a woman who's walking on the Bruce Trail, Blue Blaze side trail. We climbed up, and we arrived. Then we turned around and looked back down to show you what you'd have to climb up through. And there is dog Eve wanting to go down the Bruce Trail, but I made her turn around and go back. So the spot where you rise, where you reach the trail, you can actually see a bit of a dirt path where some people have gone down. Now, note these GPS coordinates. That is where we come up, and notice on the bottom left-hand corner, the green tape, that is where someone has marked the trail saying this is where you access to go down the route we just come up on. So that's important information.